Hello there, my beautiful viewer. I have something to tell you, so sit back and relax while Ragashu takes you on this potentially brain rot-inducing ride. Earlier this morning, I was listening to music, pacing around my room like a psychopath aura farming without anyone around to see it, like some form of clinically insane retard. I felt my stomach churn with the pangs of hunger and went downstairs to sit down at my dining room table alone in my home, ready to partake in one of the most precious and valuable delicacies in the world, a pizza pie. More specifically, a pizza pie with pepperoni and Parmesan cheese sprinkled on top. As I sat there eating, I heard the indubitable sounds of dogs barking in the distance. I thought it was my dogs barking out in the yard and shrugged it off as them doing something stupid out there, but as the barking persisted, I knew something was wrong. I proceeded to look to my left to see my dog sitting at my table already, pizza slice in hand. I asked him what the hell was going on out there, and he was just as bewildered as I was. I continued to attempt to go about my day normally after I told my dog to go do the dishes, but the barking continued to persist. I was starting to lose it. My grip on reality was surely breaking, and I couldn't tell you why. Eventually, I pulled my phone out from my pocket as the barking had been unleashed in full force. I was in a panic, trying my best to desperately put my phone on silent, to swipe up on all of the notifications, but they just kept coming. Before I knew it, I opened the most socially accepting and safe app on the planet, Twitter X, and proceeded to once again be bombarded by the insanely loud sounds of barking. As I lie there, completely broken, my limbs twisted as if I went through some form of cruel and unusual punishment, I had the realization, by God, these barks sound familiar. These aren't just any dogs, these are Vera's dogs, and they're not going to stop until they've had their fill of being stepped on, sat on, and beaten within an inch of their life. All that needs to be done by Vera specifically to quell their sexual urges, like the dark urge trying to murder people. So the moral of the story is, whenever Vera gets a new frame, run, because the morally gray dogs are coming for you as well. But you did hear me correctly. Vera is getting a new frame, and no, it's not a coating for Garnet. It's actually an extremely cool frame that people are gooning themselves to death over. I can't say I'm surprised. When it comes to this woman, Vera dogs are the absolute worst when it comes to disposing of and wasting all of their genetic fluid. I'd say they even rival me whenever it comes to turning Alpha into Android 18 after Teen Gohan punched her out of Cell's asshole. Definitely not a waste of genetic fluid. I actually don't know the name of this frame. One of her dogs will let me know in the comments below as loud as humanly possible. Now, the only thing I know is that she's a fire amplifier, meaning that Liv you've been dragging the exhausted body of can finally go to sleep forever. Unless you love her and will never replace her then. By all means, keep her going. Now, I may not have all the fanciful details about this frame, so go to Rexcellent or Narucio for the crunched numbers. My job here is to ensure you, yes you, player of NA servers, that you see what your future holds for you, especially so if you're an NA player and you want to get lost in at least one of Vera's holes. She looks like she kills puppies and beats children for fun, so if you're attracted to that, then go for it. As the messenger, I'm imploring you to go ahead and save and save and save so that you can get that sweet, sweet red-haired she-devil. I also heard she's got some form of dark to her as well. I don't really know anything about that, so there's that, I suppose. Now's the time more than ever to start going ahead and locking in on these next upcoming patches. Saving is key, and yet there's so much that you need to acquire for yourself. This is truly the curse of high quality gacha games. What you all need to do is make sure that once you get all of your essentials, like Alpha's Yakuza skin, now known to us as Starlit Saga Tsubaki, for instance, and Pyroth herself, along with whatever else is important to you, you need to make sure you don't splurge on things that are unnecessary from here on out. And yes, before you say it, the Tsubaki skin is very necessary for any alpha lover. Now, while it may not invalidate your alpha simping card, it may end up causing some serious damage to it, but that doesn't mean the damage is permanent or irreversible. This is also one of the reasons why I'm in full support of the global synchronization project, because in the long run, it's not just going to help content creators for PGR here in America make content faster and easier, but also their numbers would end up blowing up a little more, as they wouldn't have to experience the been there done that crowd who decided to go on ahead and make a CN account and not really give too much of a fuck about the NA creators for the most part, which isn't their fault, mind you. It's just a sucky side effect of downloading a game approximately 50 million years ahead of the North American servers. That's all I'm saying. Back on the topic at hand, however, this Vera design is definitely the best out of all of them thus far. I'm definitely going to get her to work alongside my Lucia Pyroth. Vera is in fact one of my favorite characters, and while I can't say I'm a Vera dog, I can definitely understand the appeal, since I would hook up my oxygen tank and breathing mask directly to Makima's ass. You know, the actual red-haired she-devil from Chainsaw Man. I'm also noticing a little bit of a trend with the design here, with the combination of whites and other colors. She's starting to look a little more insane than I'm used to seeing her in her official arts. But that's okay. Making her look crazier than intended is always great, unless it was the intent. Then, in that case, Kuro Games. Keep on entering that flow state when it comes to meticulously crafting these beautiful characters. The design also reminds me about something regarding Lucia Pyroth, so allow me to go on a little bit of a tangent here. While I understand people dislike the color change in Lucia Pyroth, let's not sit there and pretend it doesn't look good. Yes, the color scheme of a character is integral, especially so if they have a pattern of having said color scheme, but if a character's color scheme ends up changing due to them going through an evolution or important character development stage, or overall transcending something about their character that has now become fundamentally different, and it doesn't look fucking bad, shut the fuck up with the disingenuous, this is the most disgusting design in the world. You look foolish. I'll just make a video about this some other time, maybe. Anyways, going back to Vera, I better not see not one person trying to unreasonably dog on this frame. No pun intended. Seriously, I may not be a Vera dog, but I'm pretty sure I have the bite force of a chihuahua. On crack cocaine, injected with Bane's venom steroids, while I salivate fentanyl. But anyways, that's just about it from me. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys, regardless of your opinions on Lucia Pyroth or the new Vera. But, jokes aside, I really do appreciate all of your likes, comments, views, and support. Next video will definitely be about how much I enjoyed Wuthering Waves 2.2 probably, or be about Limbus Company. Ooh, Limbus Company. Did that get your dick erect for actually super good gacha stories? Because it did for me. You see, I just finished completing Kanto 5, and I've gotta say, I've never felt more closer with the characters than ever before. I'm going to be completely honest here. I've been going through and skipping through the story and saving it for the theater so that I would be able to sit down and just watch the entire story like some form of movie. And honestly, this whole Kanto 5 ending really makes me like Ishmael a lot more. She still may not be one of my favorites, or maybe she has become one of my favorites, but she's definitely gone from me not liking her to me absolutely loving her, so yeah, there's that. I have to thank the Arknights community for ruining me with Peak. Holy shit, there's the title of the video. Alright, I gotta go work on this video now. Anyways, I want you all to take care, and peace.